Hello, lovely brethren out there. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Gospel Arcade Nuggets. I am your regular host, Agatha. Our topic of discussion for today is about going into the house of the Lord. We are still in the post-COVID era, and of late we can see that many of our church auditoriums, tabernacles, and temples are being filled with worshippers. From Sunday to Sunday, each day of the week, we all can observe that the church auditoriums, tabernacles, and temples are filled with worshippers. But the question that we have to ask ourselves as Christians is, are we going to the house of the Lord with delight? Or going to the house of the Lord is a chore? What I mean by a chore is our daily things that we do, like washing of dishes, washing of our clothes, taking our baths. Is going to the house of the Lord a chore, or is it a delight? We have worshippers who go to the house of the Lord as a social club. There are others who are in the house of the Lord because they want to please mortal men, be it their church leaders, be it their family, friends, and neighbors. Is that the reason why you go to the house of the Lord? In Psalm 122, the theme of that psalm is to talk about going into the house of the Lord. David the psalmist in Psalm 122 verse 1 says, "I was glad when they said to me, 'Let's go to the house of the Lord.'" David was going into the house of the Lord with gladness. He was delighted. He was happy to go to the house of the Lord. Why was that the reason? Because he went there for fellowship. He went there for worship. He was there for praise. But more importantly, David was there for a personal, individual encounter with his Maker. That was the reason why he went to the house of the Lord. As worshippers, we need to take a decision. Are we going to church, visiting the tabernacles, the auditoriums, the temples, because we find it as a chore? Or are we doing so because we are delighted and we want a personal encounter with our God? It's time for us to take a decision. Is going to the house of the Lord a chore or a delight? Thank you so much, brethren, for another time with Gospel Arcade Nuggets. I would like to remind you to turn the notification button on, like our page, and also do share with your loved ones. Thank you, and stay tuned for the next nuggets.